And hello, all of my Aussie, New Zealand, and Fiji family. This is Chris Cooper, your regional director, coming to you from my lockdown here in Malaysia. I've been here, I haven't been on an airplane since February. It's the longest I've not flown for maybe more than a decade. That I'm here, I'm happy, I'm safe, and I'm glad to be with you because for many of you, I don't think I've even seen you for a whole year since 2019. But I'm glad to be with you on this university call because there's a few things I want to and get to share with you. I get to share with you a little bit at the end about our expo plans, a little bit about our travel incentive and the adjustments we're making to that, and a little bit about our platform. This platform we're using now is called Jeunesse Live, and you should know it well now because I think it's been 4 months we've been sharing our messages and reaching out to you through Discover Jeunesse, our Jeunesse University, which is this call. We've done a big lead call. Next month is all about Expo. September and October is going to be Expo, 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 and then we're back to our normal Jeunesse Live calls again. But first, my message of sharing with you, because it's a university, I want to give you a little bit of teaching and training. And the thing I want to talk to you that's been pressing the most on my mind, it's about recruitment and duplication, but particularly doing it from home, because we've all been locked down. I think many of you still can't cross the state borders. Victoria, I don't know what's up, man, but Victoria, come on, pull it together. I have a sister living in Mordialloc. I have some nephew in Frankston. So I've got family down there as well. But hopefully we can get all on top of this soon and get everything back under control. But we're all at home, working from home. And we've been focusing on, of course, recruiting and duplicating from home. Some have found it easier than others. So, I know these aren't the easiest of times. But Jeunesse, as you know, we've done quite well these past few months. But first of all, I want to ask how you are doing. How are you doing, like mentally? How have you been coping through all of this? How, like, physically as well? I know it's taken a toll on a lot of people. When you go to the doctor and the doctor says, "How are you doing?" The first thing he's going to do is this. He's going to put his finger on your pulse and feel the essence, the chi, the flow, the energy of your body according to your pulse. And then he may do this one, the blood pressure. That's how medicinally we find out the first two indicators, how you're doing, your pulse and your blood pressure. If I was to ask you the same thing in my capacity as your regional director, I'll say, how are you doing? The thing I'm going to ask, my two things are, how is your recruitment? And how's your duplication? Those two things to me give the greatest measure of your business health in Jeunesse. So that's why I want to talk to you about recruitment and duplication, because I want to ask you, how are you doing business-wise according to the measures of your recruitment and duplication? The reason why these two are so important, the reason why we always need to focus on this is because of this word attrition. Attrition means kind of like a natural falling away, a natural decay. And in our business, you can recruit like crazy. A lot of people will join, but you will always have people leave, or you'll always have people stop buying, people moving on to other companies. You cannot ever stop recruiting, and you cannot ever stop duplicating because of the attrition. If you want to grow, if you want to advance in ranks, you need to always be recruiting and duplicating. A person once said, and I always remember this quote, the person who makes the most presentation wins. If this was a game, if you treat it like a game, if you want to win this game of Jeunesse, and winning is diamond, double diamond, triple diamond and beyond, if you want to win according to ranks, which is according to income as well, the person who makes the most presentations wins. It kind of is a numbers game. Yes, you want to become more efficient, more effective at communication and your presentations, but really you just need to do it. You just need to be presenting, and the person who does the most presentations will win. And possibly right now, the person who has presented, certainly in all of the history, would be our diamonds, particularly Lyndon Bienoff. He's presented like crazy throughout his whole career. The thing he does the most is discover Jeunesse events in Australia intensively for probably the first 5 years, and now continuously all around the world. So we want you to be doing presenting. We need you to be working from home right now. We want you to stay safe and work remotely. In Jeunesse, we've got a lot of tools for reaching out to you, and you're using the same tools as well. We've got Zoom and Skype and Facebook. There's so many platforms now to reach your teams, so many social media platforms. By far, the most popular one seems to be this one we're using now, which is Zoom. So stay connected with your teams. Just as Janess, we're staying connected with you. You know about our several channels, whichever is your preferred means of communication. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. You can see here on my slide all of our different handles. Is that the word you call it? For staying connected. So back to our recruitment and duplication and growth. The MLM secret of success and wealth. What is the essence? If you had to boil it down, what's the secret to really great success and wealth as a network marketer? It really comes down to this. It really comes down to facilitating duplication. Now that's quite different from just duplicating. You can duplicate yourself, but facilitating duplication means training within your team so that not only you duplicate, but they are duplicating as well down the ranks, so that ideally, in a way, you can kind of step back and you've trained your team so effectively that continual growth will happen, exceeding the natural attrition, and that's where you'll have the constant growth. A wise person in our industry, his name was Randy Gage, who was asked once, can you summarize the secrets to success in this business into one sentence? And he went home, he worked on it, and he did, and this is what he came up with. He said, the secret of success and wealth is what you need to do is lead a large group of people to consistently take a few simple actions over a sustained period of time. If you can do those three things, get a large group of people, number one, so that's recruiting your warm market, those, at the beginning, consistently take a few simple actions. You teach them your training in your system, and you get them to replicate or duplicate, just to do that again and again and again. And that's a weekly Zoom call, weekly opportunity meeting, sharing materials, jumping on, Janess live calls, whatever is your system, and doing that again and again and training it. That is how you facilitate duplication. And that's the secret to success and wealth. Next slide. It doesn't matter what works. What matters is what duplicates. People say, what really works? What's the best way of doing it? Or how come, I'm told to do it this way, and I see another team, they do it this way. We're using Google Hangouts, or they're using Google Zoom. It doesn't matter so much. What really matters is what duplicates. And I see leaders constantly chasing things that I just say it's not right because it doesn't duplicate. I've had leaders approach me up wanting to do big billboards on the freeway, even branding entire trains, people getting their car logos wrapped up, or getting really technical presentations that they're not qualified to present. Those things don't duplicate. So let me help you out by giving you a few examples of what does duplicate. Have a look here on the screen. You've got sharing company tools, three-way calls. Anyone can do a three-way call. Replicating websites. That's the essence of duplication. Everyone who joins Janess, we give you a replicating website, which is replicating again and again, duplicating. Webinars. Anyone can do webinars. You can share the links to all of our Janess live calls. We've had doctor calls, or we had Donna Antar talking about resveratrol last month. Testimonials are fantastic at duplicating. Everyone who begins using the product hopefully soon gains a testimonial, whether it's the fine lines and wrinkles, or whether it's greater feelings of wellness or vitality, or with the Zen weight management range. Sharing your testimonial duplicates, because anyone can do that. Also, social media sharing and small home meetings. In many states, I think you can start to have small home meetings, but follow the social distancing rules, whatever applies at the time. But the time has come in many areas where you can start to meet again in small groups, coffee shops or at home. Another plug for this Janess Live. Here it is. This is our corporate monthly or weekly update. We're using this platform more and more to share our messages, our training, such as this one, the university. You can share this. This is perfectly duplicatable, sharing this link with all of your team. Janess, we give you personalized digital platforms as well. We've got in the back office on your phone, you've got JOffice, apps for JMobile as well. I also want to talk about the Getting Started app that's been completely overhauled recently. It's now available in multiple languages. It gives you super tools to train the team via webinars. Also this one, my next slide, sharejaness.com. I find that people aren't really asking me anymore for, where can I get images or certain PowerPoints or banners, because we know now that we go to sharejaness.com. That's the one-stop shop for all of these materials, even including the images I'm using for the PowerPoint. So a bit of business things before I end. Travel. Who wants to travel? I have not left Malaysia since February. I'm keen to travel. I'm keen to get back home to Aussie, but I'm also keen to get to a little tropical island somewhere with a beach. We promise you, we owe you an Iceland trip. It will happen. We're looking at 2021, but again, so many things are out of our control. We promise to fulfill this trip for you somehow, somewhere, some way. And also in 2021, you will have earned another trip. So there'll be 2 trips. We'll keep you informed, but we promise you, we owe you, we will not forget. Now, this one, I do have a current announcement. This is our Vision 2020 Jeunesse Expo. If you saw our last monthly live call for August, Roy mentioned how Expo Vision, what we're doing this year, is going to be a virtual event. We're launching for the world. We're all going to get together globally, September the 10th to 13th or 9th, depending on the time zone and where you live. But it's going to be streamed live from the Hard Rock Hotel, live in Orlando. All of our top guest stars and speakers will be flying into Orlando, following all the correct social distancing rules. But don't miss it. Here's what you can expect from the virtual expo. We are going to have so much. I heard 30 hours of training collectively. Some master classes are there, 30 hours of content, 4 power pack general sessions, chances. We still have all of the energy from a live event, including all of the gifts. So you will still get your registration swag with stuff inside. You will still get recognition in our virtual star session. And we're even going to have Jeunesse Kids event, a special activity, Jeunesse Kids, and there's going to be a car as well, or more cars. So it'll be almost the same, except much, much cheaper. Tickets are cheaper. You don't have to pay for your accommodation and food, so it's available for everyone. Tickets are still, you can get them now for $99.95 US. The best part is you actually get 2 expos out of this. So in September, we're having our global expo, but then in October, we're going to separate it into 5 regional expos. So what can you expect at our regional expo? After Orlando, every region will have their own one, and we'll have for our region general sessions, and this will be translated into all the local languages of our region, visionary content delivered by all of our top speakers and leaders, master classes, lucky draws, our own star recognition, product launch as well. We've got a couple of products being launched for our Asia Pacific and Africa regions specifically. As a ticket holder, you get full access to everything for the paid ticket holders, all the general sessions, masterclass. We have a very, very special keynote speaker that I can't release yet. He hasn't been formally announced. And also a virtual meet and greet with our founders. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but that's going to be super cool. Lucky draw, the car or cars plural, I'm not quite sure yet. Star Gala. But if you are unable to purchase a ticket, then there's a small amount that will be free and open to all, and that will be the product launch sessions. That's free for everyone. The Jeunesse Kids session, and also the Recognition Star session, available to everyone for free. So don't forget about Expo. This is all we're going to talk about from now on until September. So get full event access for $99.95. Make sure you buy your ticket, my family. Buy your ticket now. The next time I get to see you virtually will be at our expo for our region. So thank you very much. It's good to see you, spend some time with you. Stay well, stay safe, and I can't wait for that physical greeting when I can see you and actually give you a hug. And I hope that's 2020 sometime and not 2021. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Good night.